I'm Todd Stewart from Atlanta, Georgia. You're watching GoTarryn TV, where it's your time, your investment, and it's your life.
That's right on, Todd. And yes, I'm Tarryn, the traveling trainer with GoTarryn Personal Training. And when we return, everybody, we're going to be representing the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, the Queen Diva herself, Ms. Diana Prince. We'll be right back, folks. All right, folks, we are back, and we are right now giving Diana Prince a call. So let's see if we can get the drag queen superstar of Glow on the line. And
Hello?
do we have Diana Prince on?
Yeah.
There she is, folks. Diana Prince is on GoTarryn TV. And as I said, Diana, we've got myself and, of course, Todd Stewart here. How are you doing today?
Are we already starting this thing?
We're recording. We're live, baby. We are like unedited, uncooked, and uncut, just like you.
No, I'm cut, honey.
That's a great way to start off a GoTarryn TV episode.
Well,
With Diana,
anyway.
we have brought you on. Todd and I have insisted on getting you on here today because we wanted the chance to talk to you about Glow, about the upcoming Afterglow fan cruise, about Netflix, and about what you have been up to. So we're going to just jump right into it. And first and foremost, Todd, let me throw it to you for a second, give you the floor. I understand you have binge-watched and finished the series?
Yes, we have. Rick and I finished it yesterday.
Excellent.
We're enjoying.
Very good.
I saw something, I think it was from Sunny, about a group of them watching the series, and they were very, very happy with how they portrayed their boss, I think.
What's that all about, Diana? That's what I wanted to ask you about. I heard there's a mostly negative kind of feedback on the series itself from the original Glow Girls.
Well, it all depends who you're talking to. Well, they had a viewing party over at Roxy's house, and she had 6 or 7 of the original girls there. Roxy was there, Sunny was there, Matilda was there, Daisy, Royal Hawaiian, Lightning. Yeah, so, and I think their general consensus, and this isn't gospel, but yeah, I think they were a little disappointed. Maybe is the word. MTV was there too. I forgot that she recorded the whole thing. She was hysterical. I think their general consensus was it was okay, but it wasn't Glow.
Huh. Interesting. How much percentage-wise, I'm just curious, Diana, like, what do you think percentage-wise, fiction versus what was actually true and accurate? Any idea on that? Like percentage, like ballpark?
I don't know. I know a lot of it was combined stories, and a lot of it was sensationalized and exaggerated. They took some stories and just made it kind of a little bit maybe over the top, or for television. But I just watched an interview with David McLean, who has never ever done an interview about Glow before, and he said it was pretty spot on, with the exception of all the drug use.
Huh. Interesting.
He said there was no drugs. He said, and I think that's what hurt a lot of the girls, was they kind of portrayed Matt Cimber as this big cokehead, and David McLean said that Matt Cimber actually kind of lived a healthy lifestyle. He didn't drink, he didn't do drugs. He liked to play tennis. So that was definitely false, but he said that a lot of it was, true, or at least, somewhat true.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting, huh? Yeah, because myself, I watched the first several episodes, and going in, I knew that it was going to be a lot of name changes, character changes. things of that nature. When I had you on, before they even started it, Diana, you were forewarning me of that it wasn't going to be a true 100% authentic, series and portrayal of it. But just watching the first couple episodes, I mean, it was intriguing. I could see what they're trying to do, appeal to the mass general market. But with the integrity of it, and you throw something in there like drug usage, for example, I could see how that could hurt because I think that when I was on one of the Afterglow fan Facebook chats there, I saw that some of the some of the Glow girls were actually crying at one point and watching it.
Yeah, it really hurt Matilda.
Ah, yeah, that's terrible.
Really personally. And she, I mean, her and Mountain Fiji, I mean, they were the life of that show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think she kind of took it a little bit hard because, like, I didn't think they hit the mark for her. My opinion, like, I really, and I got to say this with all honesty, I went into it with the mindset that I'm going to hate this.
Uh-huh.
And, I think Jeannie said it best, or Hollywood said, you're really going to kind of separate yourself if you're connected with the original girls. And I have, really, really strong connections with several of the girls.
Yeah.
You've got to kind of separate yourself from that and just kind of watch it. And with that being said, I just felt it was reductive. It felt kind of like a crude version of the original. Now, did I laugh at things? I did. I thought many parts were really, really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, with all this talk about it being empowering to women and whatnot, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, well, 5 minutes and 42 seconds into it, we see Alison Brie's titties. She had her titties out. And I'm like, oh, God. Like, oh, mother. So, I mean, with that whole cast of women and there's just, like, kind of two men, I mean, who's really watching this show? Let's be honest. Gays and women. That's their demographic. And I just think they just threw stuff like that in there to appeal to the masses.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It was. I'm so conflicted about it, because like I said, there's parts that are really funny, but then there are parts that I just thought were kind of in poor taste, And I know the original show had things that were in poor taste, but we've come so far in 30 years that it just, like the whole. They had an episode about they were making fun of abortion.
I remember that one.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's a joke. All right, let's move along. And they just went for it. And it's like, oh, give it a rest, Then they had.
Yeah, I remember it. Diana, if we could be serious for a minute, I do want to talk to you about abortion. No, I'm just kidding. Continue, please. I had to interject that there.
That was a couple of days ago. Is this an intervention? But, they... and then they had another episode where it was the welfare queen versus the white supremacist.
Oh my God, yes.
Wow. I mean, but the original show did that too. They had Chainsaw and Spike versus Sally the Farmer's Daughter and Ebony.
Mm-hmm.
And Chainsaw and Spike put on straw hats and corncob pipes, and they branded Sally, and then they put black shoe polish all over their face and black afro wigs to make fun of Ebony. So it was like, yeah, they were really pushing the envelope back in the 80s. So I can see why they went where they went with certain things.
Yeah, very true.
But yeah, is there going to be a season 2? There's already talk about it. Will I watch it? Probably. But I don't know. I like my original girls. I like my memories of what the original Glow was, and I'd rather just keep it that way.
I'm with you on that too, Diana. So, me too. Yeah, wholeheartedly. I told Todd before we were recording he needs to get on the Netflix and watch the original Glow documentary that they did, and that'll be a good way. Yeah, a good way to get caught up there and just see exactly. He and his partner Rick have already been going back on YouTube and watching a lot of the original Glow shows, so just to get caught up.
Yeah, because the original show, was it was kid friendly.
Yeah, it was. You're right.
And,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, people who didn't maybe see the previews with the drugs coming out of the robot and whatnot, I mean, don't watch this with your children in the room. It's certainly for mature audiences. But yeah, I think they kind of, I don't know. I like I said, I'm conflicted about the whole thing. I thought parts of it were funny.
Mm-hmm.
Other parts, I remember, what Glow used to mean to me, and just feels like it was, it stole a little bit of my childhood, that the part that I was fond of, and that saddens me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm all about nostalgia, and I was a huge fan too. And I was a teenager growing up watching it, so you're absolutely right about it being kid friendly. I didn't find anything of it offensive. My parents didn't have a problem with me watching it.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's great with what Roxy Astor's done with getting all the girls together with every year on these reunions, and also the Afterglow fan cruise, of course, and with them going to the Cauliflower Alley earlier this year, being inducted in the Hall of Fame. I think that's just tremendous. Everything that they've been able to do and accomplish.
Yeah, that was the Cauliflower Alley Club. Yeah, I was so proud of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they had so many girls showed up that they hadn't seen in a long time. Like Ninochka was there, Palestina was there, Susie Spirit. They had a lot of girls that hadn't been seen in a while show up.
Uh-huh.
And some of the Afterglow fans were there. And it was, Sean Campbell was there, the one that makes the figurines.
Yeah.
And did the fan magazines. And his dream was to meet Ninochka and Palestina, and they were both there. So his little dream came true, and I was happy for him. Manny was there, and he's been a fan, God, since he was a child. He met the original girls when he was a kid.
Yeah, I've seen those pictures on his Facebook. They're amazing.
So it looks like they had a really, really good time.
Yeah. Were you going to go to that, Diana, originally?
No, I would have liked to, but it just was so close after the second cruise. That
it was literally a month or so after it. You're right.
Yeah, we got off the boat at end of February, and it was the beginning of May was Cauliflower Alley Club, and I just couldn't afford flights again and hotel. Yeah.
No, that adds up. Now, transitioning into the Afterglow fan cruise, so that's what I wanted to talk to you also about, because we didn't get a chance, a few days ago on that with the other Direct Talk shows. So now that we have a little bit of time here, and I want to get Todd caught up with it too, because he and his partner Rick, I'm trying to talk them into coming too, because this will be the third, if I've got that correct, Afterglow fan party cruise. Is that right?
It's the third cruise. And the fourth Afterglow.
And the fourth you're right about that. Yes, yeah, that's right. Yes, I remember the first one that Roxy put together. So now I assume you're going on the cruise, Diana.
As of right now, yes, I'm running into a little kerfuffle with my roommate as of right now. So I'm gonna have to see what's going on there, but. As of right now, I am, but I may have issues with a roommate. So,
okay.
Well, it'll straighten itself out. I'm sure I'll be there.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
It's leaving out of New York City, so I don't have to fly.
Yeah, very close to you.
I can hop. Well, yeah, I can hop on the train in Providence, and I'd be there in 3 hours. So.
Oh my God, that's perfect. Yeah, that's wonderful. So,
yeah.
From New York, and tell us about the itinerary, please, of what we know about it so far.
Well, honestly, I really don't know much.
Okay.
Roxy's being awfully tight-lipped,
sure.
Or she's just.
Roxy's always tight.
Yeah. Well. I digress. Or she's found she's found someone else to confide in. That's what I think it is.
There you go.
Anyway. Now, what I know so far is we've got a lot of the regular girls are coming.
Good.
Like Sunny will be there, Gremlina, Dallas, Angel, Hollywood, Lightning. They're all coming.
Good.
MTV. I heard that Justice is coming, which I'm excited about that. I think Beastie may be coming back, which I think she's delightful. She was wonderful last year.
Mm-hmm.
They're get Daisy this time. So, as far as that goes, that's all I know for girls right now.
Okay.
But they have I think the big party this year is they're planning a masquerade ball.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And,
yeah, that sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, so I think that that's the big event so far that's been released. They're going to have a costume contest, I guess, for best male, best female, costume or masquerade, yeah. And there was something else too. But it's escaping my mind what they're doing.
Okay. Todd, let me throw it over to you. What are the chances we're going to be seeing you and Rick on that cruise representing Team Peachtree from Atlanta?
I would if I could. I just will, we'll see what the future holds. It'll be a lot of fun. I've never been on a cruise, so it'll be awesome. It's a good time.
This is your opportunity. Diana, what do we got to do to convince them to make sure that their asses are there?
Oh, I'm telling you, you can't go wrong right now. I think right now they're $50 deposits per person.
Right.
Book your cabin. You have until the end of November to pay, and that all the booze and food you can eat. I can't say enough about cruises. I mean, they're wonderful. Everything's paid for. You don't need any kind of money once you get on the ship, unless you're going to buy souvenirs. So it's the way to go, I think. And then with all the glow events that they have, it's just super fun.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. They make it a blast, and I was there vicariously with you on the last one. I was telling Todd before we recorded about the Valentine's theme, 80s pop theme there.
Oh.
So that sounded like I would have loved to have been on that for sure.
Yeah, it was a good time. I wish I wasn't sick.
Yes, I recall. Todd, did you know about that with Diana?
I heard she wasn't feeling well.
Oh, yeah. That was just poor timing and totally out of your control, Diana. But very, very bad luck there.
Oh. But the first cruise was awesome. That was my favorite, to be honest with you. The first one was my favorite.
And that was the one out of Long Beach.
Out of Long Beach. I didn't like the flight to California, but I loved the Carnival cruise.
Yeah, and I remember you told me, I think if I recall, it was Roxy that actually came and met you when you got there at the Queen Mary. Is that right, the first night?
Yeah, she was supposed to. Well,
okay.
No, we were at Queen Mary. She was supposed to pick me up at the airport when I landed in Long Beach, and when I got off the plane, I had given her a call, and she was having trouble with the fanumentary that she was making.
Oh, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, the sound was off on
Yep.
the fanumentary, and she was kind of having a mini heart attack. And I said to her, I was like, Roxy, I'm like, there's like 100 taxi cabs right here. My hotel is literally 2 miles from this airport. I'll just hop in a cab and I'll just see you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the next day, that was when we were going to the Queen Mary, and it ended up being Gay Pride Long Beach.
I remember that. Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
I recall.
Was like, I'm going to the Queen Mary to see all these freaking bands. I want to be with my people. And so she had a heart attack because they had all planned to have me there because they got Godiva to come down. Godiva's son drove her almost 2 hours to come meet me, and I had to lay it on the biggest guilt trip to her. I said, not for nothing, and I was totally serious. I said, not for nothing, but you promised me if I ever made my way to the West Coast that you would come see me. And kind of ripped her heart out a little bit. It was already in the works, and I can't believe they all kept it secret.
I remember that.
And so when I called Roxy and I said, I'm not going, I'm going to the gay clubs, and she's like, oh no, you're not. It's like, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And she came rolling up with Johnny C and Dan Magnus, and I was just, she has been so wonderful to me and to all the fans, and I just, I'm going to bring this down a little bit, but I want to just, give her a little bit of dedicate this podcast to the memory of Pixie Clifton Prince.
Oh,
I don't know if you had or not.
Yes,
her little baby has passed away, and it's been a real struggle for her, because that doggy was her life.
She was, Diana, the Sunny. We were interviewing Sunny on our. Remember that, Todd? She's the one that broke that to us. That just happened literally during our interview with Sunny, who told us the bad news. And sure enough, we saw on Facebook. That was, you're right. That's a very, that was tough. Yeah, that was sad.
And so I wanted to do something for her, and I'm the voice of her dog in those little videos, and I was like, you know what, I want to make her one of those videos one last time. And I recorded it, and I was like, oh, is this inappropriate? Is it appropriate or isn't it appropriate? Is she gonna find this funny, or is she gonna like it, or is it just gonna make her more sad? And I was like, I need a sign, of whether or not I should post this. And then, like, literally 5 minutes later, Dan Magnus was text messaged me, and he said, Diana, do you think you can do one of those Pixie videos for her?
Oh my God.
And I said, done. I said, I needed, I needed someone to tell me that it was, it was going to be in good taste.
Oh man.
And so I did. I sent it to her, and she just, she melted. She loved it, and it was what I needed. And she was going through a hard time that whole week, and I know she was doing a whole group of them were doing a radio interview, and they were waiting for her to come on, and because I was listening to it, and I just got off the radio thing, and I called her up, and she answered, and I'm like Roxy, you're supposed to be on the radio right now. And she's like, I know. She's like, I haven't lost my marbles. So, I try to help her get through that tough time, because she does so much for everyone else, so.
Yeah, certainly. Well, this podcast, it's dedicated to Memory Pixie. I love it. That's terrific.
My Pixie Clifton Prince, yes.
Oh, we love Pixie. And, well, that's terrific, Diana. I think that's wonderful news. And, what a touching story to share. And what else is on the plans of agenda for you here for the rest of the year? I mean, we're already over half of the 2017 done, and the Afterglow Fan Cruise will be here before you know it. So what else do you have going on in your world?
Honestly, I don't have anything big planned.
Okay.
Other than, the cruise for next year. I kind of had back in February, actually, it was a couple of days after I got off the cruise, I had a little bit of a retirement party from performing. It was planned in advance, but I didn't know anything about it. It was supposed to be, I knew about it, but it was a surprise. I didn't know who was coming to perform and whatnot. And I said, I want to do this, but I want to make it a fundraiser. I don't want to make any money off of this. And what had happened was my best friend lost everything in a fire, 2 months before that. Her house, her everything burnt to the ground. And I said, okay, we're going to raise, that's my charity of choice, And my friend Adam and my friend Genesis, who was a drag queen around here, they, without me knowing, got certain performers to come down that I didn't expect in a million years. Some kind of local drag queens that are really popular. And then Adam, my kid, reached out to both Roxy and Godiva and asked them to make little videos, to wish me well, and they did, and I'm like, so they were up on the big screen, and so it was really nice. It was touching. We raised almost $2,000.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That is incredible.
For them. Yeah. So,
wow.
I'm not giving up drag, permanently. It's just I'm giving up having to be the one in my community that organizes all this fundraising and stuff like that. It's time for the younger generation to step up to the plate. I've done it for 20 years. I've probably raised well over $500,000 in 20 years.
Oh my God, that's incredible. Wow.
Yeah. All the different charities that I've worked for over 20. Yeah, and I think that figure might be even be low. So yeah, I just need some time, time off, and I said I'll always go to coronations because I am an empress, and I would certainly do drag on the cruise ship if I needed to do something. If I needed to host something for Roxley, I would do that. But other than that, I'm just working my little part-time job, and I am enjoying a simple and quiet life.
Very good. I like that, Diana. And you had told us on Direct Talk that you were going to be maybe focusing more on Jason time. So I was thinking the next podcast we do with you, we've got to interview Jason Taylor to learn more about him.
Oh, he's boring.
But we want to meet him, though. We want to learn more about him, like his, we want to get to know you on a deeper level.
Yeah, you always want to go deep with me, but you're all full.
Oh, my goodness. You are a mouthful, Diana, as always. Well, listen, before I let you go, we didn't tangent off and talk about HIV and AIDS. We excluded any references to abortion, and we've avoided all talk of the Holocaust. So this was a very uplifting, positive episode, and as always, we have a lot of fun with you and a lot of laughs. So before we let you go, Diana, if you could do us a favor and tell us two things. One, where the website is for the Afterglow Fan Cruise, and two, your contact information, social media info, please.
Oh, okay. So you can just find me on Facebook, Diana Prince. I'm not sure the exact number on there for that, but I'm on the Instagram now, but I don't really know how to use it yet.
Okay.
I believe my handle for that is Diana Prince 0304.
Okay.
And and then for the Afterglow cruise, all anyone has to do is go to 80safterglow.com or goseatravel.com, and or you could just contact Roxy Astor or contact Donald Goodland. He is the cruise planner. And and get signed up because rooms are going quickly. They have a lot of people booked already so far.
Yeah, you're right, and it's going to be a blast. Todd, I'm telling you, we got to go. We got to represent Team Peachtree. All of us from Atlanta. We'll be up there. Todd, Rick, myself, Tony, and Uzi. The rest of us. We're coming up there.
You better. This is like the third time that. You better not knock up your fucking wife either.
Oh, gosh.
I don't want to again.
Oh my goodness. Well, no comment on that one. I want to make sure, in case you never know who's watching. That includes, your evil twin Diana Chapman. If she's watching, I don't want her to get upset with me either. So.
Oh, please. Tell her to take a.
It's a good thing we didn't have her on here for today. Todd and I were joking, saying this could have easily turned into a Glow battle royal between the two dyes.
Oh, please. There's no contest there. She ain't got nothing on me. I throw the smack talk with her. She want a piece of me.
It sounds like an open challenge there. So if she's watching, Diana Prince is throwing down the gauntlet. We want to have that here on GoTarryn TV. Diana Chapman versus Diana Prince, one-on-one.
God, wouldn't that be just hysterical?
Hey, I'd buy a ticket to that. What do you think, Todd? Would you?
Oh yeah, but I think Diana Prince will kick her ass.
He'd be crying in 2 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Well, Diana Prince, listen, thank you so much for your time. 30 minutes feels like 30 seconds with you, but we always like to last as long as we can, and because 30 seconds can do no one any good anyway. So there we have it, Diana Prince. She tells it as it is, and she does not pull any. Yeah, exactly. Right. Good way to put it, Todd. There you go. So for Diana and Todd, this is Tarryn the Traveling Trainers. We fade to black. Here comes Diana Prince information and the contact info for the 80s Afterglow fan cruise. We will see you, Diana.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody. We'll see you.
All right. Bye, gang.
Bye-bye.